Well, good morning. The sun is shining. The wind is blowing. I'm outside. I don't have a jacket on. Plus, you can see and feel other amenities because you are alive. Praise God, we're alive. This morning talk show is about protecting yourself against others' negative emotions. In other words, you're going to protect yourself from bullies. You're going to protect yourself from people who want to put emotional negativity in you because that's what they carry. Folks who try to make you unsteady and weak by trying to control you. Now, just the time here. And the one thing about this is that you're in control. I know that bullying is a major social issue in our society nowadays, but we mainly talk about minors being bullied, young kids being bullied. What we don't talk about is the adults that are being bullied also. There are adults being bullied every day of their life. Our life, regardless of how old we are, is based on survival. We all want to survive. We want to survive. We want to live a certain way and do certain things and try to be as happy as we can. So, because we're alive and because we have people who bully and people who are emotionally negative all the time, we need to learn strategies to protect ourselves from other folks' negativity, their negative emotions. And if their emotions happen to attach to us, we need to know how to get rid of those emotions to keep them from affecting us daily. And sometimes we let those same negative emotions affect us for a lifetime. We need to learn how to control other people's negative behaviors and emotions affecting us for even a moment or a lifetime. We need to recognize who it is that is negatively influencing our behavior, negatively influencing our emotions and making us somewhat uncomfortable, okay? You can best notice that someone, you hear the birds chirping, you can best notice this about yourself when you start having panic and anxiety attacks. When every time you are near someone, that particular someone or that particular person, or you're in their presence, okay? Once you recognize who this person is, you need to start planning on how you are going to stop this person from influencing your emotions negatively. You want to figure that out on your own because you recognize who it is that's doing it. You recognize who that person is that's making you feel so awful about yourself and in a negative way. When you're talking with someone whose negative emotions overshadow yours, it is time to devise and execute a plan to prevent this from happening over and over and over again to you, because those negative emotions will eventually turn physical, making you sick. You don't want everybody to do this to you every time. When someone enters the room, when someone enters the room, sorry about that, you're in and you become uncomfortable because their emotion drains yours, and that that person's sometimes come with incredibly strong negative emotions that affect you so bad. They come with negative vibes that impact your emotions negatively than they should, and sometimes you don't know how to deal with that. You should, for a time, try to figure out take time to figure out how to avoid this scenario from happening all the time, again after again after again after again after again. Just think for a moment and be honest with yourself so you can identify the negative emotions, sorry, the camera is falling, that does not line up with your previous emotions. Moments before making contact with a certain someone. It could be anybody. For example, you're feeling good, you're all smiles. Someone's working on their house, that's all you hear. You're all smiles, and all of a sudden you hear or see someone who's getting on your first and last nerves. So now you're feeling sad, you're angry, you're depressed, or even stressed. Sometimes you might get a little anxiety, all because of someone else's emotions. We can do something about that. You need to learn to overcome. You need to prepare yourself mentally. If you keep having anxiety and panic attacks in the same situations, you need to start planning ahead. Plan beforehand by talking to yourself and training your mind to relax and to not let anyone's negative emotions distract or destroy your day, your lunch, your week, your month, or destroy your life. Try inhaling and exhaling. Write about the ugly emotions so that you don't have to carry it in your spirit. Believe me, we all have spirits. Contrary to popular belief, we all carry something in our spirits. Try meditating or talking to someone you're comfortable talking with about what ails you as it relates to your emotions. Sometimes you're around people who do nothing but complain. And all this complaining can wear us down. We get so used to hearing nothing but complaints from this particular person that we start to feel the anxiety before we hear the complaints. We just see it coming because that's all we ever get from this person, complaints. Sometimes the complaints wear us to the point where we dread going to work or to visit a relative or a friend. For this type of situation, the first thing I do is pray. I start praying about the annoying situation. Then I kind of imagine myself being surrounded by my positive energy so that no negative energy can affect me. I don't care how long this person is in my space. I tell myself what I'm going to do, and this is it. Refuse to let my emotions be affected by someone else's negativity. I refuse to let that happen to me continuously. Usually I smile and act and react unbothered. They'll never know it. Know if you have a plan, then you can act and react just like this because you intentionally set yourself up to avoid letting a person influence your emotions negatively. That's what you need to have a plan on. A prime example of mind over matter. The definition of mind over matter is when one is able to control a physical condition or problem by using the mind. The ability to act and react unbothered rather than be bothered is a simple statement of mind over matter. And honestly, if you don't mind, guess what? It won't matter. You can also exit from a particular situation as soon as possible when other folks' negative feelings are a problem for you. If you're dealing with a negative coworker or a boss or a family member or whomever, a child, politely listen while smiling. And avoid the discussion or limit how much you say. If possible, remain silent. The less said, the better. After making contact with a difficult person, take time to unwind. Just all wound up, unwind and realign yourself in a positive way. Say, I'm great and I feel good and nothing they can do can affect me. Forgive them and move on from that moment until your plan is perfected for you to avoid feeling helpless in an emotional situations caused by other people in your life. We can spot, if we think about it, we can spot a control freak in every walk of life. But it's all about how you learn to deal with a control freak. I recommend you spend as little time as possible with them, but sometimes that can't be avoided. But I do need for you, if you can't avoid it, to work on your self-esteem and your confidence so that you can handle people's challenges and minimize the damage. I just want you to know that you can minimize the damage. You can make the necessary changes that you need to make to overcome. I want you to keep those texts coming to change tomorrow, today, 365 @gmail.com. Use our phone number And you can call us, or you can continue to make comments in texts and in emails at 850-665-0634. Please visit our website. Make comments and tell us what you think at Change Tomorrow Today 365.org. We love the comments, even if it's a negative comment, because we can all appreciate some criticism, and I don't mind criticism, because my purpose and my aim is to grow and be a better person. And as I find solutions to becoming a better person, I like to pass those solutions on to other people so that they can learn from what I've learned. Different things work for different folks. You know how that goes. The same thing that I do might not work for you, but we have creative skills. We can create what works for us, and we can let it work, and we can keep doing and doing and doing and doing and doing. You know, every day is another day, another blessed day to have an opportunity to make the change. And it's up to you. It's your choice about the changes that you want to make in your life. Sometimes it's just a necessary step to make change, to rid some people of your circle. You know, just get rid of them and get them out of your circle. You ever heard of the long silver-handled spoon? That's what you throw out to some people who are control freaks. And by them being control freaks, they affect your emotions negatively. So until next time, I wish you a great week, and spend a little time trying to make your circle smaller so that you can have people in your circle who are going to be for you emotionally and otherwise, and that are agreeing for you, and that don't cause you a lot of emotional stress, unnecessary, most of the time, unnecessary stress. Most control freaks do not know that they get on everyone's nerve. And so they've been doing it so long, and no one has told them about their self, that they don't know that they're a bother. And so we have to learn how to deal with them, because they have problems and issues, and they want everybody to feel like they feel. And that's when they get into that control movement, that control moment. But you don't have to accept that. No violence, of course. Try to not get angry and not be stressed about it or depressed about it. Just learn how to make sure that your spirit is calm, relaxed, and unbothered by control freaks. Have a great week. Until next Sunday. Bye.